In this session, I'll introduce you to AutoCAD commands and methods. You'll learn about some of the basic ways that AutoCAD behaves and how to interact with AutoCAD. When you draw in AutoCAD, you get a lot of feedback from the command window at the bottom of the screen. The command window behaves like a chat window that you might use to communicate with friends over the internet. Whenever you start a command, either from a tool on the ribbon or from a menu, AutoCAD will prompt you with messages in the command window asking you to do certain things like select points or enter values through the keyboard. As a beginner, keep an eye on the command window. It will help you understand what to do next. Now let's consider the way commands work in AutoCAD. Unlike most graphics programs like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, AutoCAD uses commands that have a distinct beginning and end. This can confuse new users because you can be in the middle of a command and not know it. Then when you try to do something else, AutoCAD behaves in unexpected ways. For this reason, you'll want to become familiar with the escape key. The escape key will cancel any command that is currently active. You can use it whenever you decide that you need to switch gears and do something else. There are several ways that you can start commands. The ribbon across the top of the screen offers nearly all the tools you'll need to work with AutoCAD. You can also select commands from the menu browser, which can be opened through the red A in the upper left corner of the AutoCAD window. As you become more adept at using AutoCAD, you can start to use keyboard shortcuts that you can type in. Advanced users prefer keyboard shortcuts because they offer a much faster way to initiate commands. You can also open toolbars that organize tools in groups of similar functions. Now let's take a look at a simple command to see how some of these things come together. I'll draw a line so you can see the command prompt in action, along with a few other features of AutoCAD that are a bit more difficult to describe without actually showing them to you. Make sure that polar tracking and dynamic input are turned on. These tools are usually turned on in a new installation of AutoCAD, so I'll ask you to turn them on to ensure that AutoCAD behaves the same way on your PC as it does in this tutorial. You can tell these tools are on when they are a light blue color. If they are gray, they are turned off. You can toggle these tools on or off by clicking on them. Now start the line command by clicking on the line tool in the Draw Ribbon panel. You can also type L and then press the return key or spacebar. Look at the command window. You'll see the word line, and just after that the statement specify first point. Here AutoCAD is asking you to select a point. You can either type in a coordinate or click a point on the screen. I'll just click a point anywhere to start the line. Next you see specify next point. You also see a temporary line appear along with temporary dimensions. The cursor changes in appearance too. I'll describe these features in another tutorial, but for now let's just continue drawing. As you point your cursor to the right, it snaps into a horizontal orientation. This is the polar tracking feature at work. Polar tracking will cause the cursor to snap to an exact vertical or horizontal orientation. With the cursor pointing to the right, type 6 and press the return key. The line is now fixed at a 6-unit length and is exactly horizontal. Notice that the specify next point prompt is repeated in the command window, telling you that you can continue to add more line segments. Now point the cursor vertically. Once again, polar tracking feature causes the cursor to snap to an exact direction. Type 4 and press the return key. The next line segment is fixed in a vertical direction with a length of 4 units. Now type C and press the return key. A third line is drawn, connecting the last endpoint to the start point, closing the series of lines. The C you typed is an option of the line command that joins the first and last line with a closing line segment. Command options are usually shown in square brackets. To use a command option, enter the capital letter of the option. In this last step, you typed in the C for the close option. You could also have typed in the U for the undo option to back up one line segment. Notice that the command prompt now shows the word command. This tells you that AutoCAD has finished the line command and is ready for the next operation. That wraps up your introduction to AutoCAD's commands and methods. There is much more to learn, but these are some of the essential features of AutoCAD that you'll want to understand going forward with your AutoCAD training.